let me share my screen. Now we all learned what is expenditure and how to identify whether it is capital expenditure or revenue expenditure. Let me give you a very simple example, ma. Whatever expenditure goes to the balance sheet is known as capital. Whatever expenditure goes to the P&L account is known as revenue. Have you all understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Very good, ma'am. So you can see this. I have highlighted here. Okay. You can write down also. Yeah. I have told what is expenditure, what is expense. Capital expenditure means it goes to the balance sheet. Revenue expenditure means it goes to the profit and loss account. Okay. But this explanation I have given to you only for understanding. Okay. We have to go in depth. We are doing a professional course. So simply we cannot say balance sheet or profit and loss account and all. This is only for our understanding. Let us study what are the features of capital expenditure so that with the help of features itself, we can identify whether the given question is a capital expenditure or revenue expenditure. Shall we proceed, ma? Any doubts?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. If anyone has any doubts, please feel free to ask. Okay. Now, starting with capital expenditure, what are all the features of capital expenditure? Point number one, it is long lasting or has enduring benefits. It is long lasting or has enduring benefits. Enduring andre long lasting. Enduring andre long lasting. Now let us see what is this long lasting. Now, if I buy a building or if I buy a car, the benefits will be for short term or long term.
Long term.
Long term.
Very good. Yeah. The benefits will be for long term. Very good. So that is what they are saying. Whenever you have long lasting benefit or enduring benefit, then it is a capital expenditure. So this is one of the ways to identify a capital expenditure. Now you may ask, ma'am, long means what? How much time I should consider as long? Anything more than 12 months, any benefit which is more than 12 months, that we will consider as capital. Have you all understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Very good. Huh? Super, super. So as I'm speaking, you can make notes also. It's given in the PPT. Okay. Of course, the recording will be sent, but my advice would be please write down. It will be very helpful for your exam. All right. Next point includes incidental expenses. It is a very important point, very important for exam. Includes incidental expenses. Incidental expenses means all those expenses which are incurred to get the asset to the necessary location and working condition. Okay. To read like this, it may be very difficult, to understand in this explanation. Let me give you a small example. Okay. So suppose we are buying an air conditioner, okay, for our college. Say for example, we are all in the same college. We are buying an air conditioner for rupees 40,000. Okay, ma, we are buying for rupees 40,000. Now, from where shall we buy? You all name some shop. From where shall we buy? Hello. I am asking you purposely any question because don't sleep. All of you tell me, from where shall we buy? Name some electronic shop.
Girias, ma'am.
Girias. Okay, Lanchna. So now from Girias, if I have to buy, from there it has to travel from the showroom. It has to travel to the office, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. For that, suppose they are asking 500 rupees. Okay. So from the showroom to the office, we are paying 500 rupees. Then installation. Installation andre eno. First of all, they have to drill and they have to fix the air conditioner. They have to make the switch next to it. All these things they have to do, right? So this is known as installation. Arthavaita?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. So that is known as installation. Now, if anyone asks how much is the capital expenditure, I should add this 500 and 2000 because it is incidental expenses. I should add 500 and 2000 because it is incidental expenses. Okay. Now let us come back to the main point. All those expenses which are incurred to get the asset to the necessary location. Which is the necessary location in our example?
Our college.
College.
Very good. Awesome. Our college is the necessary location. And what about the working condition? Installation. Alva, only if you install it, the asset will come to working condition. Is it not?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Very good, yeah. So this is what is incidental expenses. I repeat once again, all those expenses which are incurred means spent, to get the asset to the necessary location. In our example, it is college, and working condition. Working condition andre installation expenses. So nobody will say location, traveling expenses and installation expenses is incidental expenses. Okay, you have to professionally give this explanation. All those expenses which are incurred to get the asset to the necessary location and working condition, this explanation you should give. Okay, next is incidental expenses are added to the cost of the asset. That is very, very important. Okay, we studied what is incidental expenses. That is 500 rupees plus 2000 rupees in our example. That is what is incidental expenses. It is added to the cost of the asset. What is the cost of the asset in our example? 40,000 rupees is the cost of the air conditioner, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Very
ma'am.
Very good. So the incidental expenses is added to the cost of the asset. So these both points are very important. Only if you write these both in the exam, you'll get marks. All right.
Yes, ma'am.
Awesome. Any doubts here? All right. So next one is going to be, it includes capacity expansion. Now let us see, what do you mean by capacity expansion? Okay. Suppose we are owning a cinema theater. Okay. Each and everyone, you imagine that you are owning a cinema theater and it is having 500 seats. It is having 500 seats. Okay. Now we are going to put 100 more new seats in the same cinema hall. Okay, we are having some more space. So in the same cinema hall, we are going to put 100 more seats. Okay, at a cost of rupees 1 lakh. At a cost of rupees 1 lakh. Now, this is known as capacity expansion. Why? Because for the same space, I am able to earn more income. I repeat once again, for the same cinema hall, I am able to get 600 tickets now. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Very good. Yeah. This is what is capital expansion or capacity expansion. Okay. So this is the third point. Then the last one, that is, it is a non-recurring expenditure. Non-recurring andre non-repeating. Okay, ma. Now let us come back to the first point. I told you that car will have benefits which is more than 6 months. I gave you the example. Okay, car or building, etc. Okay, now you tell me, car or building if we purchase, will we keep repeating it? Every
No, ma'am.
no, ma. We can't keep repeating it. So that is why it is non-repeating or non-recurring in nature. It will not repeat frequently. It may repeat, but not frequently. Okay. Next, have you all understood these 4 points clearly? Because these 4 points are only going to get marks in this topic for you. All right.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
All
ma'am.
right, ma. So next one is going to be revenue expenditure. Any expenditure which is not capital is revenue. Andre, which is not long lasting, which is not incidental, which is not capacity expansion, and which is recurring is known as revenue expenditure. Have you all understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Very good. Yeah. So now let me recall some things for you. We learned that expense means any item which comes in the profit and loss account, just as electricity expense. Expenditure means any amount spent. Okay. So capital expenditure means the item which goes to the balance sheet, and revenue expenditure means the item which goes to the profit and loss account. But we can't explain like this in the exam because we are doing a professional course. So with the help of 4 points, we learned what are the features of capital expenditure, and we listed the 4 points, and also we saw what is revenue. Come on, quickly write down. I'll give you about 1 minute's time. Come on. Time is giving for writing. Don't sleep. Over now, students. Shall I proceed to the next slide?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
All right.
ma'am.
Okay, ma'am. So in this chapter, what you should do is that whenever the question is asked, you should explain with the help of these 4 points only. Again, I'm repeating, whenever the question is asked, you should explain with the help of these 4 points only. Okay. And you should not change the order. Last point should not come first. You should not write non-recurring first. Okay. Whichever is relevant, only 2 points you need to give. Whichever is relevant, those 2 you should take. But check whichever condition is going to apply in the order. Okay. 1, after that 2, after that 3, after that only you will come to 4. Okay. While you are answering. So is that clear, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Awesome. But you can write in your own words. You may ask me, should I by heart? By hearting is not necessary. You can write in your own words. That is okay. All right. So now let us go to the questions. Okay. So for some questions, I have given the answers also. After that, I will ask you the question. You people will be able to tell me. Okay. So since it's the first one, let me give it with the answer. License obtained to start the business for rupees 10,000. License obtained to start the business for rupees 10,000. Now first let me explain the question. In order to start any business, automobile, rubber business, timber business, wood business, teaching or hospitality, anything, you should get license from the government, is it not? Okay. So it is going to, that is what, in order to get license from the government, I paid 10,000 rupees. Okay. That is what is the question. Now, is it capital or revenue? You should tell whether it is capital or revenue with the help of minimum 2 points. Okay. So let us see what it is. I have said that it is a capital expenditure because it is having long lasting or enduring benefit. Why? Because if I get business, what is a license, I need not get every month again and again. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Very good. So the benefits are long lasting. Agreed?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And also it is non-recurring. Again and again, it is not going to repeat. Same thing I was not going to repeat again and again. So that is why it is non-recurring. Now you may ask me, ma'am, although the license will not be obtained every time, the license will be renewed. You all know driving license will also be renewed, Alva. Renewal of license?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Very good, yeah. But renewal of license is different. Buying the license is different. Accepted. No, buying the license means you have to perform the test and show. But in case of renewal, you're not going to perform any test and show. Correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Correct, ma. So that is why renewal is different. Buying a license is different. Buying a license is non-recurring and is non-repeating. Okay. So this is how you should present the answer in the exam. Come on, all of you make note of the question and the answer quickly. Shall we proceed, yeah?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So let me open a new screen. Just a minute. You can make use of the chat option also. Chatting option also is there to ask your doubts or giving me your answers. Only few of them are answering. I want all of you to answer. Just a minute. So the next question onwards, you people will answer. Absolutely no problem if it is wrong. Don't worry about that. I only want you to think and answer. I want everyone to participate. As I told you, I want all my students to pass. That is why we are doing this. So now, so you can all see the screen, right? Okay. So second-hand furniture was purchased for rupees 8,000 and installed at a cost of rupees 2,000. Okay, ma. So now you tell me how much is capital, how much is revenue, and why also. Anybody can answer. Come on. You can answer in message. You can answer over the mic. You can answer in Kannada. No problem. Come on. Feel free. It's capital or revenue, students?
Capital, ma'am.
Okay, Kavya. Why, ma?
Ma'am, because furniture is a one-time expenditure.
We should
We cannot purchase
one
monthly,
minute,
ma'am.
ma. Sorry to interrupt. We should explain only with the help of 4 points. The 4 points. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Now you tell me. You will be able to tell. Definitely, you will be able to tell. Come on.
Ma'am, it is non-recurring in nature.
I told you that we should go in order, Alva ma. First point onwards, you check which point is applicable. From the first point, you should check. Okay, ma.
Okay, ma'am.
I'm telling this with a reason. Later on, you will understand why I'm telling. Now, Kavya, you tell me, ma. What is the first point?
It is long-lasting and having enduring benefits.
Very good. Now you tell me, when I purchase a furniture, it will have long-lasting benefits, Alva?
Yes, ma'am.
Very good. Yeah. Super, Kavya. Next term.
Mm.
What about incidental expenses? Is there any incidental expenses in this question?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Installed at a cost
Very
rupees
good.
2,000.
Very good, Kavya. So what should we do to the installation expenses?
We should add, ma'am.
Add to us.
Very good. Yes, excellent. It should be added to the cost of the asset. Very good. Students, I hope
It is 10,000, ma'am.
very good. 10,000 is capital. Excellent, Kavya. Good. Keep it up. And some other students were also answering.
Thank you, ma'am.
So just, I will tell you how to write this. Like this only you should write, yeah. Capital expenditure, as Kavya told, it is rupees 10,000. I should specify the amount whenever I'm having two amounts in the question. I'm having two amounts in the question. So I'm specifying 8,000 is furniture, which is giving long lasting or enduring benefit. Rupees 2,000 is incidental expenses. It should be added to the cost of the asset. And I have given the explanation or the definition of incidental expenses. All those expenses which are necessary are incurred to get the asset to the necessary location and working condition. So I have given the definition like this only you should also write in the exam. And furniture purchased is non-recurring. All right. So these 3 points or the first 2 points also is sufficient. Okay. Very good. I want all of you to answer. Why? Because it will give you a lot of confidence. All right. So now the third question. Have you all visited a site under construction, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Very good, yeah, super, yeah. So that you might have seen some huts and all there, yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Ha, okay, ma. So this is the question. The question is all about that only. Temporary huts were constructed for rupees 5,000 in a building which was being in construction. Actually, it's not constructed, it's being in construction. So there was a building, okay. In that, it's being in construction, under construction. In that, temporary huts were built for rupees 5,000. So now, can anyone tell me what is capital? Is it capital or revenue and why? Come on.
Capital expenditure, ma'am.
Yes, that's
Revenue, ma'am.
very good.
Revenue.
Revenue, ma'am.
Acha, okay. Who and all is saying revenue? Can you please raise your hands here? Okay, Nishita is saying, Saumya, Kavya, okay. Let me see the chat also. Okay. Okay, ma. Thank you for raising your hands. Dakshayani, you started to tell no, ma. You tell, ma.
Ma'am, it's a capital expenditure because it's an incidental expenses where temporary huts are built for the construction, ma'am, of the
Very good.
building.
Why is it incidental, ma?
For building to come to its working condition, the huts were built, ma'am. That's why it's an
Very good.
incidental.
Very good, Dakshayani. I really appreciate that. That's a brilliant answer. Good. Keep it up. So, as our friend Dakshayani told, the answer is correct. It is a capital expenditure because it is incidental. Incidental andre, those expenses which are necessary to bring the asset to the necessary location and working condition. Now, first of all, you tell me why the huts are constructed. The workers will be staying there. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Without the workers, can we see the big building?
No, ma'am.
Can't see. So that is why it is incidental expenses. It is necessary to bring the asset to the working condition. Without these temporary huts, it is not possible. So that is why it is incidental expenses. If anyone still has a doubt also, you can ask me, no problem. So this is...
It is not long lasting, right?
That is why, ma, we should we should start with the first point, which is more relevant to us. Okay. So that, what to say it, you can say that it is not long lasting, but can you deny that it is incidental expenses and it is also non-recurring?
No, ma'am.
Majority of the points will help our answer. Okay, Nishita, that's a good question, but majority of the points that will give our answer.
Okay, ma'am.
Points over 1 point. Okay, ma'am. All right. So those of you who want to make note of it can make note of it. So Kavya and Dakshayani have answered. Next question, I want someone new to answer. So I'm going to the next slide. You all know that in order to open a new branch or office, we will inaugurate, yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, ma. So that is what here they have given inauguration expenses of rupees 50,000 for opening a new branch. Okay. So come on, tell me whether it is capital or revenue. Come on. Anyone can answer. Don't worry about your answer being wrong. And those of you who are saying capital or revenue, why also you should say, okay? Okay, Soumya, why is it capital, ma? I'm sure you will be able to answer. Tell me why. You can say in the message itself. You should not start with the fourth point, Alva Soumya. You should go from the first and see whichever is more relevant. From the beginning, we should come in order and check. Okay. So last point will not come first. So which point will come first? Tell me, Soumya, we are all waiting for you. Okay, Dakshayani, it is not correct, ma. You can check once again. You can think once again. But good, you are all answering. Soumya, what happened? Why are you maintaining silence, ma? All right. So, let me tell you. Daneshwari, tell me, ma, why is it revenue expenditure? Daneshwari has said it is a revenue expenditure. Why, ma?
It is not long lasting, ma'am.
Very good. It is not long lasting. Excellent. Why, ma? Without inauguration, can I not open a new branch? Yes, sir. Inauguration is what? Ribbon cutting will be there. Some celebrity will come. Some, some balloons and all will be there. Some decoration will be there. Correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Inauguration, I can open a new branch. So it is not long lasting or it is not necessary also. Right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, because you inaugurated, we will get more benefits. Nothing like that. Same benefits only will be there. Very good, Anishwari. Okay, so what is the next point we can say?
It is not incidental.
Very good. It is not incidental. Very good, Daneshwari. Your answer was perfect. Why? Because you answered correctly. You chose the first point, then you came to the second point. Keep it up. Good. So now, let me tell you how to write it. No problem. Now, for some of you, it may be confusing, but at the end of the class, everything will be very clear. Don't worry about that. It is a revenue expenditure. Why? Because no long lasting benefit. Just because I inaugurated a branch, I do not have any long lasting benefits and all that. Okay. I can open a new branch even without inauguration. Okay. So without inauguration, also new branch can be opened. So it is not incidental, Andre. It is not necessary for me to spend the amount. Okay. So I hope everyone has got it. Any doubts you can ask.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, yeah. Those of you who want to write, quickly write. So next one, here we go. Renewal of business license done for rupees 1,000. I repeat once again, renewal of business license done for rupees 1,000. Andre, you all know what is renewal, alva? Just like driving license, we should renew after a few years. Same way, business license also we should renew for a few years, after a few years. Advaita, students?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, ma. So this is going to be capital or revenue? Someone new should answer. Come on. Person who's not answered so far, come on. Come on, yeah. Try. Very good, Dakshayani. But recurring should be the last point, Alva. So what is the first point you can quote? That also you think can tell me. Same people are answering. Others also should answer. Okay, Dakshayani has answered. Same answer I will tell you also. Okay, Samya, that's a good try. You can think about it again. Renewal of business license means First, when we are purchasing license, that is going to give us long-term benefit. Okay. Now, if I'm going to renew the license, is it going to give a new benefit? No, old benefit is continuing, Ashte, is it not?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma. So when I'm buying a license, I'm getting a new benefit. But when I am renewing my license, old benefit is continuing, Ashte. So I'm not getting any long-lasting benefit. It is not any new benefit. Okay. Point number one. Point number two, it is recurring. Okay. I'm incidental is not relevant here. Capacity expansion is also not relevant here. So I'm directly going to the fourth point. That is, it is recurring in nature. Why? Because renewal will happen every now and then, but purchase of license will happen only once. Purchase of license will happen only once, but renewal will keep repeating. I hope all of you have understood the answer. I will write it, I will give it also here. If anyone has any doubts, you can ask.
Ma'am, why it is not a capacity expansion?
How is it a capacity expansion? Who asked, ma? Good doubt. Who asked?
Nishita, ma'am.
Nishita, yes. How is it a capacity expansion? Ma? Because I am doing my same business. I have not increased my revenue in any way. Capacity expansion andre, in the place of 500 tickets, I am able to sell 600 tickets, alva. In our example, you remember?
Yes, ma'am.
But here, is there anything like that? Have I increased my revenue in any way? No, I'm continuing to earn the same income by renewing my license. Arthavaita?
Yes, ma'am, I got it.
Okay. Now, let us go to the next one. This question that we are going to do now, it is repeated in the exam many times. Let us see what it is. Paid rupees 5,000 for vehicle to improve fuel efficiency. Andre, let us see what is fuel efficiency. So, bike mileage. You all might have heard of the word mileage. Mileage andre. Per liter of petrol, how many kilometers my bike is giving or my car is giving? That is what is mileage. Have you all understood, students?
Yes, ma'am.
Very good, yeah. Why we are learning about mileage? This mileage is not a part of the question. It is only a what to say explanation given from my side. So don't think it is a part of the question. I'm putting it in bracket. So now, paid rupees 5,000 for improving fuel efficiency andre, for improving the mileage. Okay, fuel efficiency is nothing but mileage. For improving the mileage, we are paid 5,000 rupees. Now, you all might know also, we might give the bike or car for service. Alva. Yes, yeah, we will give the bike or car for service. We will give it. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So there I'm paying 5,000 rupees to improve my mileage. Okay. You tell me whether it is capital or revenue. And why also. Whenever you see capital or revenue, please tell why also. Very good. Dakshayani has given the correct answer. Superb, ma. Keep it up. Yes, Divit, it is capital. Why? Good. Please tell me why also, ma. What is more relevant? Which point is more relevant? Same bike, I am able to get more mileage. Same bike, I am able to get more. Very good. Divit also got the right answer. Dakshayani also got the right answer. It is capacity expansion. It is the first question where we learned what is capacity expansion. Both of you keep it up. Okay. Dakshayani and Divit. Super. Yeah. So now it's going to be capacity expansion because for the same bike, I got more mileage. Arthavaita, all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, ma, super. So long lasting or enduring benefit also you can say, because once you change the fuel efficiency or the mileage, it will give you long lasting benefits. The bike will last with you more, what to say, for some more years. And non-recurring andre, you're not going to improve the mileage every now and then. So you'll not keep repeating also. So that's what it is. If anyone has any doubt, please ask. Others can make note of it quickly. Okay, now let us go to the next one. So rupees 10,000 is spent for director's trip abroad to buy rupees 1 crore worth machinery for the business. So what is happening now? 1 crore rupees worth machinery is purchased for the business. Okay. In order to purchase it, okay, probably they are going and purchasing from some other country. So that is why the directors have spent 10,000 rupees to go abroad and buy it and come. Okay. So now you tell me how much is capital, how much is revenue? Anybody can answer, and why also. Come on. Don't worry about being wrong. You can make all the mistakes here so that in the exam, all the answers are correct. So don't worry about making mistakes. Come on. Take your time. No problem. Take your time. How much is capital? How much is revenue? You should tell, because two amounts are there. Yes, Nishita. How much is capital and how much is revenue? Or entire amount is capital or entire amount is revenue? That also you can tell me, and why. Very good, Dakshayani. Perfect answer. Superb. Yeah, keep it up. I will tell the answer. Until then, some others also please try. I'm sure you will all be able to answer. Come on. Come on, a few more seconds. All of you try. Very good, Divit. How much, what is incidental expenses? How much? Very good, yeah. Super. Very good. Nishita also. Superb, ma. Keep it up. So Dakshayani, Divit, and Nishita have given the perfect answers. Keep it up, all three of you. Superb, yeah. So now we will see what is the answer, students. 1 crore rupees is first of all a machinery. A machinery will give long lasting or enduring benefits. So 1 crore rupees is actually a capital expenditure. Coming to the 10,000 rupees, 10,000 rupees is incidental because it is necessary for the directors to go abroad in order to purchase the asset. Okay, so they are making the trip itself to purchase the asset in order because it is necessary to bring it to the necessary location or working condition. Only if I go, I will be able to purchase it. So that is why 10,000 rupees is incidental expenses. You should tell what is incidental expenses, and also it will be added to the cost of the asset. These two things should be there in your examination paper. and it is also non-recurring in nature. Again and again, they are not going to purchase the same machinery. So that is why it is a capital expenditure. Entire 1 crore 10,000 rupees is a capital expenditure. If anyone has any doubt, you can ask. Now, some students have asked me, ma'am, why are they going abroad and all? They can buy online. Correct, they can buy online. Now you tell me, if I'm just purchasing something for 100 rupees, easily we can buy online. But when I'm investing 1 crore rupees, I would like to see the machinery and then buy, alva. So that is why the directors have gone abroad and then purchased the machinery. So because the amount of the machinery is 1 crore rupees, that is why it is necessary for us to go and visit the place. Keep writing. I hope all of you have written. Yeah. Shall we go to the next one? Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So the next question is amount received from trade receivables. So you all know what is debtors and creditors, alva?
Yes, ma'am.
Very good, yeah. From now onwards, we will call them as trade receivables or trade payables. Why? Why? Because globally, in all countries, they are using the same terminology or the same name. Instead of debtors, they will call them as trade receivables. Instead of creditors, they will call them as trade payables. That is why our accounting standards have also told that we will also use the same terminology. That is why we have replaced the words debtor with trade receivables and creditors with trade payables. So don't forget that. Yeah. So hereafter, in all the topics, debtors means trade receivables means debtors. Okay. So amount received from trade receivables, that is from debtors, for rupees 8,000. Okay. So tell me whether it is capital or revenue. Okay, Dakshani, why ma? Okay, good. Okay, Divit, why?
Ma'am, because it's recurring in nature, ma'am. In a year, we can get more than once. We can receive more than once.
Very good. Very good. Superb, Dakshani. Others also, please try, ma. Okay, Divit. You have said it's not long lasting. Okay. Good. Many people are trying. Super. Okay. So now let us see what it is. What you people told me is correct. Only difference is now it is not an expenditure. It is an income. Please, all of you pay attention. It is amount received from trade receivables, that is from debtors. It is not an expenditure. Any amount spent is only expenditure. Any amount received is an income. It can also be called as a receipt. Okay. So first of all, it is a revenue income. Why? Because it is going to be, as Dakshani said, it's going to be recurring in nature. But you may ask me, how last point will come first? For income alone, okay, you can explain with the help of just 1 point. 1 point is sufficient for income. Arthavaita?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, ma. Others and all 2 points I told you, but for this, 1 point is sufficient. It is revenue receipt or revenue income, because again and again it is going to be recurring. The income is recurring because again and again you will get money from the same debtors. Why? Why? Because suppose if I'm going and purchasing from the nearby supermarket, I will stop with one time or I will keep going. I will obviously keep going after my what to say, the necessary items are over in my house. I will keep going to the shop again. When it is over, I will go again. So that is why the income will keep repeating for the shopkeeper. Make note of it. You all know what is insurance?
Yes, ma'am.
Very good, yeah. So now we are going to redo something based on that only. Insurance compensation received for rupees 6 lakhs for items damaged by fire. Okay. Now let me tell you what is insurance compensation. Some of you might have a doubt, so I am telling you what is insurance compensation. Whenever any incident, like if I'm taking a fire insurance, whenever there is a fire, whatever loss I'm having, that will be borne by the insurance company. They will pay me compensation. That is what is insurance compensation. I repeat once again, if I'm taking a fire insurance, if there is a fire, then the insurance company will bear my loss in the form of insurance compensation. All right. Now, what do you mean by insurance premium? I told you that they will bear the loss. Simply, they will not bear the loss. Every month, I should pay the premium to them. So, I hope you all understood the difference between premium and compensation. Now, you can tell me whether this is going to be capital or revenue and why. Come on, all of you participate, ma'am. All of you should answer. Come on. Very good, Dakshayani. Super. I want others also to participate. Come on. Don't sleep. All of you participate. Tell me whether it is capital or revenue. We can message also. Come on. I'll wait for a few more seconds. Tanishwari expenditure. It is amount received alvama, so it is income. Okay, ma? All right. Very good, Saumya. Super, yeah. Keep it up. Kavya, it is capital income alvama. Why also you tell me? Very good. Very good, Divit. And why? Okay, many of you have answered correctly. So, Divit, Saumya, Kavya, and Dakshayani have told the correct answer. All of you keep it up, yeah, superb. So, it is going to be capital income. First of all, you should identify whether it is a capital expenditure or income. Okay, any amount received is a income. Any amount received is a income. Now, we will see whether it is capital income or revenue income. First of all, you tell me only one point is enough. I told you for income. Whether it is recurring or non-recurring, let us check. Tell me whether it is recurring or non-recurring. Again and again, you will have fire, and again they'll pay compensation. No, it will
No,
happen
ma'am.
once. Very good. Yeah, it will happen only once. So that is why it is a capital income. So this is how you should write. Just a minute. This is how you should give the answer. Here is the next question. rupees 20,000 spent on demolition of existing building in order to construct a new building on the same. Okay, so what are they saying? There is one existing building in a piece of land. They are demolishing, andre they are fully taking out that old building in order to construct a new building in the same place. Now you tell me whether it is capital or revenue and why. Come on, everyone should try. Okay, Vikas, why? Okay, Nishita, why? You're all thinking correctly. Why also you should tell me. Come on. Very good, Soumya. Perfect. Brilliant answer. Correct, yeah. Divit also, why you should tell me. Correct, yeah. Dakshayani, very good. Correct. Nishita also correct, yeah. Superb. Excellent. Excellent, excellent. Good going. I think some more of you are thinking to give the answer. I'll give you a few seconds. You can make use of the time. Very good, because perfect, brilliant answer. Kavya also very good, yeah, brilliant answer. Good. Very good, Divit also. Awesome, yeah. All of you have given the correct answer. Not even one has given wrong answer. Superb. Very good, because it is non-recurring also. Excellent, ma. So all of you have answered it correctly. I really appreciate that. Because Divit, Kavya, Dakshayani, Soumya, Nishita, all of you have answered correctly. Superb. Keep it up, all of you. So now let me post the answer in the new slide. Just 1 minute. It is incidental expenses because only when you demolish the old building, you can construct the new building. It is also non-recurring, and you can also include capacity expansion. Why? Because in the same piece of land, you are able to get a bigger building. You can include capacity expansion also. Some of you had given me that answer. Very good. That is also correct. Full marks will be given. No, before we proceed, can I know how, if all of you are CA students, or anyone is a CMA student here? Anyone is a CMA student here? No, all of you are CA students only, no? Oh, because slightly portions will change. That is why I'm asking. Okay. And one more question I wanted to ask. Just a small diversion. Let's take some 2 minutes. Tell me, what is the most difficult topic in accountancy so far for you? So based on that, we can plan our schedule. Okay, that is why I'm asking. Whichever is more difficult for all of you, that we will focus on first. Come on, tell me. Everything is easier. Students, so far, what was more very difficult for you in accountancy, ma? Which topic? What happened? So far, you have done accountancy in your PUC and all, yes or no, students?
Ma'am, BRS, ma'am.
Okay, Dakshayani, BRS, okay. Then everyone should answer. Then only I can, plan accordingly. For your benefit only I'm doing this. Okay, Soumya, BRS, then. Okay, Nishita, bill of exchange taken. Okay. Then how about rectification of errors?
Yes, ma'am.
That is easy or difficult, ma?
Ma'am, difficult, ma'am.
Difficult, ma'am.
Difficult. Okay. Okay. Everyone should answer. Come on now. Even if you say think everything is easy, also that also you post in the chat box. Why? Because I have to plan accordingly. Come on, yeah, please. Small kids, you people are. Kavya, you tell me, ma, what is very difficult to you? Kavya, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Which topic is very difficult for you? Alright? Everything is easy, Kavya. Okay, Nishita. Depreciation also will do, don't worry. Huh? Yeah, okay. Sure, ma, Dakshayani, definitely. Depreciation also we will do in the beginning itself. Diksha, you tell me, ma, what is more difficult to you? Hey, weird students, yeah. What very easy question only I have asked. No, come on, tell me what is more difficult for you in the accountancy so far, whatever you have learned. Come on, Diksha. Divit, what is more difficult for you? Ishri, Lachana, Muskan, why are you all silent? Namitha, Vikas, answer all of you. About one more minute I will give you, all of you should say. Non-profit organization. Okay, Kavya has also told the same thing. Okay, Samya also. Non-profit organization, many of you have said. Okay, okay. Okay, Namita, rectification of errors. Okay. Okay, Divit. Okay. Half one more minute I am giving. Think and tell me so that we'll plan our schedule accordingly. Come on. Okay, Vikas, rectification of errors. Okay, so majority I have told you rectification of errors. So what I will do is rectification will do. Will portions be completed by May only? May exam only. You're writing in May, is it Dakshayani?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, definitely. Portions will be completed well within the time. Don't worry about that.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. Well within the time portions will be completed. So now, first after this topic is over, I will what to say, try to focus on rectification of errors. As most of you are finding it difficult, I will make it easy for you from my side, but from your side practice is required. And then BRS we will do that also. Many of you have told it is difficult, so BRS also I will do after that. After that, what I will do is non-profit organization. Many of you have asked, and after that, bill of exchange. We will follow this so that many of your tough topics will be over. Okay. So now, next question. Let us go back. Legal fees paid to acquire a property. Legal fees paid to acquire a property. Acquire means nothing but purchasing or buying. Okay, that is what is acquiring. Now you tell me, ma, this legal fees paid to acquire a property, is it capital or revenue? Come on. Think and tell me. We are not in a hurry. Think and tell me. Very good, Nishita and Kavya. Why also you tell me? Very good, Vikas also. Why also? All three of you tell me. Hmm. Okay, Dakshayani, super. Yeah, it's correct. Excellent. Okay, Soumya. Okay, Ishri. Okay, why also you should tell Ishri. Vikas, very good. Correct answer. Dakshayani and Vikas, perfect answer. Soumya also correct answer, man. One more relevant point you should pick up. Correct, Kavya, but last point should not come first, Alvama. Yes, Nishita, correct answer. Superb, yeah. No problem, Kavya, it's okay, ma. Ishri, correct, perfect, super answer. Correct. Superb, yeah. Lanchana, correct, ma. What is more relevant also you think can tell me? So, Ishri, Nishita, Vikas and Dakshayani have got the perfect answer. Others also have got the answer like Soumya and Lanchana, but more important is it is incidental expenses. Why, ma'am? Whenever I'm buying a property, say for example, what to say, a building or a land, without advocate signature, I cannot buy the property. It is necessary for me to purchase the asset. The signature is very much necessary. So that is why legal fees paid to acquire a property is a capital expenditure because it is an incidental expenses. And also because of the legal fees paid, I am getting a long lasting benefit and it is also non recurring in nature. So don't think only about the property here. Here you have to think legal fees paid because that is the expenditure. Okay. So legal fees paid is the expenditure that I should say whether it is capital or revenue. It is capital. Why? Because without the advocate signature, legal fees and fees paid to the advocate, without fees paid to the advocate, we can't acquire any property. So that is why it is necessary. Okay, ma. So this is how I should be giving my answer also. Very good. Many of you have tried it well. You can say long lasting benefit also. That is also correct. But the word incidental should be there. Okay, so the next one is legal fees paid to defend a suit. Okay, rupees 60,000. Legal fees paid to defend a suit. Okay, so suit means in this context, it is nothing but it is a case. It is a case in the court of law. Okay, so now what is the difference between the previous question and this question? Let me tell you. In this question, somebody has put a case on me. I am defending myself. In order to speak on my behalf, I am sending my lawyer. For that, I am paying some amount. Have you all understood? Not understood? Acha. Okay. So once again, I will repeat for the benefit of some of you who might have not understood. Suit in this context means it is a case in the court of law. Defending means I am telling my what to say, my arguments I am giving. Okay. So in my point of view, okay, to say that I am correct. So somebody is putting a case in the court of law. So I am sending my lawyer to fight for me. Okay. Mostly in the movies also you might have seen there will be problem in the land. This part of the land is belonging to me. One person will say, other person will say, this part of the land is belonging to me, right? The same problem only here also in the question they have said. So you can see that in the previous question, in order to buy the property, I took the what is it? I paid the legal fees. I took the advocate's help. Here, somebody has put the case on me. Okay, I am only sending the lawyer to defend. Okay, tell me whether it is capital or revenue and why also. Think and tell me. Don't worry about it being wrong. Come on. Very good, Akshayani. Superb. Very good, Nishita also. Superb, yeah. Try, all of you try this. I want all of you to try this. I'll give you about 1 more minute. Kavya, why also you tell, ma? Giving about 1 more minute. All of you think and try. Because once you get the correct answer, that confidence will improve. Come on. Okay, Kavya. Once again, you think, ma, you'll be able to get the right answer. Okay, Soumya, but second point, if it is incidental, how it will be revenue? No, that also you tell me, ma. Your answer is correct. Okay, second point is also correct. The first point, you tell me what it is. Excellent, Dakshayani. Superb, ma. Your answers are brilliant, I should tell you. Really good. Okay, I don't know, only very few people have tried this question. Okay, any doubt in the question, anyone? You please tell me. Anyone has any doubt in the question, you please tell me. The case can be about anything, Ishri. It can be about anything, not only about the land. Land I gave you as an example, Ashte. Somebody has put a case in the court and I'm sending my lawyer on my behalf. Okay, so it is tricky, I know. Some of you have given the correct answer also. So let us see what it is. So first of all, it is not giving any new benefit. Let me make it very, very clear. It is not giving any new benefit. It is not long lasting or enduring because it is no new benefit at all is not there. Why? Because already that land or that building or whatever it is, that machinery or whatever it is belonging to me only. Because somebody has put a case in the court of law, I am sending my lawyer. Okay. Already the property is belonging to me, but I am sending a lawyer because somebody is fighting in the court of law. Okay. So there is no new benefit. Point number one. Okay. Point number two is there is no capacity expansion. Why there is no capacity expansion? Because the lawyer has gone, and even if he wins the case, I am not going to get any extra benefit and all. Same benefit only I'll be getting. No new benefit. Okay. And then the third point is it is recurring. Why? Because until the case is finishing, you all know how long in India case will take to finish, alva? Years and years it will take. Okay. And then for every time the lawyer goes to the court of law, I have to pay him fees. So it is going to be recurring. This legal fees, in this case, it is going to be recurring. Can you understand the difference between the previous one and this one, students? If anyone has a doubt, you please tell me.
Understood, ma'am.
Super, yeah. So this is how you should present the answer also. All of you, from the way you're answering itself, I can make out that you're all very talented students. So please keep working hard. You'll be able to clear the exam easily. Okay. So let's go to the next question. Goods distributed as free sample for rupees 10,000. Now, if you go outside a supermarket, you might see that some people are distributing free samples. They will give you free samples of shampoo or cookies, etc., etc. Right? Okay, ma'am. So now you tell me whether this is this expenditure is there for the company, not for us, alva? Although
Yes.
distributing, very good, yeah. Although they are distributing freely, the company is having some loss in this because they are spending it. So now you tell me, this is a capital expenditure or revenue expenditure? The company which is distributing free samples for 10,000 rupees, for them it is capital or revenue, and why also you tell me. Everyone should answer. Come on. Don't sleep, yeah? Come on. Very good, Divit. Why also you tell me, ma? Very good, Dakshayani. Correct. She has given the points also. Others also, please try. I'm sure. Divit also, please tell me why. Super, yeah, Divit. Super. Very good. So Dakshayani and Divit have got the correct answer. Others also, I'll give about a few seconds. All of you try, please. Good, Divit. The second point is also correct. All of you, please try. Come on. I'm again telling you, those of you who are trying, you will find the exam to be more easy. Don't worry about being wrong. Okay. Okay, Nishita, once you check your answer, ma, once you think about it, Soumya also, once you think about it again. Very good, Kavya. Superb, ma. Correct answer. Yes, Muskan. Why? Why also you should tell me? Good, good. Try, try. ₹10,000 worth goods. Okay, somebody is distributing as free samples. For them, it is a capital expenditure or revenue expenditure, is what is the question. Very good, Ishri. Super. Correct answer. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Many of you have got the correct answer. Super. Keep it up. So, yes, goods distributed as free samples for rupees 10,000. It is going to be revenue expenditure, like most of you told me. Why, we will see. Now, basically, why are they giving free samples? Can you all tell me? Why are they giving? It is a sort of
Advertising purpose.
very good. Very good, Dakshayani. It is a sort of advertisement. Super. So now this advertisement, we don't know whether it will make the product a hit or not. Okay. Some advertisements will make the product a hit, some will not. So we don't know. We are not sure of it. So we cannot say that it will give a long lasting benefit. Can you all understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Very good. Point number one, there might not be a long lasting benefit. Point number two, it is not incidental. It is not necessary that you have to give free samples. Without advertisement also, you can sell the product. Point number three is it can be recurring. Again and again, you may have to give the free samples. So it is going to be revenue expenditure. I hope all of you understood. If anyone is having a doubt, please ask me. And here, apart from these 2 points, please include that it can be recurring also. Yes, Nishita, correct, ma. So Ishri, perfect answer with the points also you told me. Divit also perfect answer. Dakshayani also perfect answer. Super. All three of you keep it up. Kavya also super. Okay, let me go to the new slide. Okay. Compensation of rupees 25 crores paid to employees who retired voluntarily. Okay. Now, let me tell you, what do you mean by voluntary retirement? Okay. Many of you might know. I'm just explaining. So, what is this voluntary retirement? Usually, the retirement age is 60, is it not? Okay. But before 60 years itself, some people might get retired, like for in the age of 50, 48 itself, they can retire. Why they will do that? Because if they retire before their actual retirement, they will be getting something known as what is known as compensation. Why are they paying compensation? Now, even if they retire at 48 or 50 years, they might have given service to the company for about 20-25 years, is it not? So, based on their service to the organization, so many years they have provided their services to the organization. That is why we will pay them compensation. Have you all understood, ma? What is the question about?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. If anyone is having a doubt,
Excuse me, ma'am. Then
yes,
what is the difference between a pension and compensation?
pension is after retirement. Every month they will give to the retired employees, ma. But voluntary retirement means before 60 years they are getting retired, and at the time of retirement itself, lump sum they will give, not monthly. Okay, ma?
Okay, ma'am.
All right. So now there are some employees who are getting voluntary retirement in the organization, and the company has paid 25 crores to those people who have retired voluntarily in together. Okay, how many ever people retired together, they have paid 25 crores to them. So now you tell me whether it is capital or revenue. Think and tell me. I'll give you time. Think and tell me. Very good, Dakshayani. Correct answer, ma. Superb. Others also, please give the answer. If anyone has a doubt in the question also, let me know. I will explain again. Okay, Kavya, why also you tell, ma? I'm giving you some more time, all of you. Please think and answer. Don't relax, don't sleep. Voluntary retirement means before the retirement age, some people will retire. The company will pay a lump sum compensation instead of monthly pension. At the time of retirement itself, lump sum compensation will be paid to the employees in case of voluntary retirement. That is what the question is about. Okay, Namita, why also you tell me? I'm waiting for your answer only. Take some more time is okay, but answer, all of you. Diksha, we should see the question. It is paid. No? So it is an expenditure. It is an expenditure from the point of view of the company. No doubt it is an income to the individual. But here they have said 25 crores paid. So we should take paid. That word only we should take from the question. Paid means expenditure. Any amount spent. Capital or revenue. Okay, ma'am. All right. So why Muskan? How is it long lasting and non recurring, Namita? That also you tell me. Why? Because okay, so many of you are thinking from employees' point of view. No, ma, we should think from company's point of view. Why? Because 25 crores paid is what is given. Who has paid? Company. So it is an expenditure to the company. This is how you should understand the question. So identify what is the amount and who has paid it or received it. In whatever is given in the question, if they say employees received means, then you should think from employees point of view. If they say paid means, then you should think from company's point of view. Okay, now it is from company's point of view because 25 crores is paid. It is an expenditure. Let us see whether it is capital or revenue expenditure. Now if I'm giving compensation to employees, am I having any long lasting benefit, students? The company? Very good. Yeah. There is no long lasting benefits to the company because already existing employees are going out means there is no new benefit for me. Okay. No benefit. Okay. Point number 2 is it is not incidental. Okay. You can pay, you cannot pay. It is your wish. Point number 3, capacity expansion is not relevant here. Point number 3 is actually non-recurring and recurring. It is a recurring. Why? Because today some employees are retiring. Tomorrow also some employees will be retiring. For the company, it is going to be a repeated expenditure. Can you all understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Very good. Yeah. If anyone has having any doubt, please ask me. The main thing is some of you are thinking from employees' point of view. No, ma, we should think from company's point of view. Yes, no new benefits. That's right, Ishri. Okay, ma. Next question is advance given to the employee for rupees 30,000. Advance given to the employee for rupees 30,000. Okay, this is capital or revenue, you tell me. Before that, let me tell you, advance means nothing but it is like a loan. Okay. The company is giving to the employee, it is like a loan. Advance and loan are almost one and the same only. Come on, tell me. It's capital or it is revenue? All of you should answer this. It's a very important one. Come on. In most of the exams, similar questions are asked, similar to what I have given as the last question. Please tell me. Okay, Samya. Okay, Shri. Okay, Kavya. Okay, Dakshayani. Okay, many of you are telling revenue expenditure. Okay. Okay. Now let me ask you one question. I told you that it is like a loan. Okay. Assume that I am giving you a loan. Okay. For rupees 30,000. So when I'm giving you, it might look like a revenue expenditure. What about when you are repaying back to me? When you are giving it back to me, okay, that time what it will be an income. Halva? Will you all agree with me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Very good. Yeah. I repeat the same for the benefit of some of you who might have not understood it. Advance or loan means if I'm giving you 30,000 rupees today, 31st January, suppose you are returning it back to me means at the time of giving it is an expenditure. At the time of taking it back, when you are repaying it back to me, it is an income to me. Correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, ma. But no transaction can be in the form of income and expenditure both, is it not?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, ma. So what we should say is that these type of advances or loans is not an expenditure at all. I am explaining once again why, because any advance or loan or deposit at one point of time it will be given and another point of time it will be taken. So one point of time it will be expense, another point of time it will be income. Same transaction cannot be expenditure and income both. That is why we are calling it as not an expenditure at all. Then you might ask, ma'am, what is it? When I'm giving a loan, it is my asset, my money with somebody else, it is my asset. When I'm taking it back, it is a reduction in asset ashte. Is there any doubts? Anyone wants me to repeat also, you can let me know. Any advance, loan or deposit is not an expenditure at all. Due to this reason only, the explanation is not given in your textbook, so please make a note of it in your notes. Please make use of the class. Sure, Kavya, I will repeat once again. Any loan, advance, or deposit is not an expenditure at all. Why? Because at one point of time, say for example, I'm giving you an advance or loan now on 4th January, and you are returning it back to me on 31st January. Andre, what will happen? At the time of me giving the amount to you, it will be an expenditure. At the time of you returning back the amount to me, it will be a income to me. So the same transaction cannot be expenditure on 4th January and income on 30th January. So you may ask me, ma'am, if it is not expenditure or income, then what it is? It is my money with Kavya. It is my money with you. So it is my asset on 4th January. On 31st January, when you're returning back the money to me, it is going to be a reduction in asset. Have you all understood that?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Very
ma'am.
good. Super. So
Ma'am,
advance.
what about the employee here? It will be deducted in his salary.
So what, ma? For employee also same thing. At the first, it will be a liability to him, then reduction in liability. That's all. First, he will take,
Okay, ma'am.
for you, it will be a liability of taken a loan from me. When you're repaying it back to me, it will be a reduction in liability. Ashte. So it's not an expenditure at all.
Okay, ma'am.
All right. Deposit also, same thing. Deposit also. So you may ask me what is deposit means. Very simple example I will give you. When we go to any place like, for example, any, like something like Vrindavan Garden or any any place or any even temples, what will happen is they will ask us to hand over our phones, and while we are coming back, we can collect it. Alva?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, yeah, we will do it. Probably because of COVID, we have all not gone anywhere. But usually we will go and give our phones. We will deposit our phones and go to the temple. While coming back, we will take back our phones. This is how it will be there. Even in some parks and important places, also same thing will happen. So what will what will happen here? Same way, money also. You are depositing like a fixed deposit. Later on, you will take it back. So any deposit is not a expenditure at all. Advance, loan or deposit, all same concept, not an expenditure at all. Have you all understood this?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, yeah, I'm repeatedly asking because this question is very important from your exams point of view. That is why. All right. So I will go to some more set of new questions. You people only will answer. Just a minute. Okay. Write down, ma. Fire insurance, rupees 1,000, was paid on, 1st October, 2019, 2019 for 1 year. For 1 year. Fire insurance rupees 1,000 was paid on 1st October 2019 for 1 year. So I will explain this to you. Okay, this question alone I will explain to you. Just a minute. Okay. So insurance is paid. Okay, how much is paid, ma? 10,000 rupees, right? Hello, 10,000 only, no?
1,000, ma'am.
1,000, ma'am.
Oh, sorry. Okay, 1,000 rupees. It is paid on which date? Nobody should write on my screen. Faria, you're not supposed to write on my screen. Okay.
1st October 19,
1st
2000.
October 2019. Super, yeah. And it is paid for 1 year. That means 12 months. So up to which date they are paying? Up to 39 2020. Alva.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I'm repeating once again. 1/10/2019 to 39/2020. There is 1 year. Alva. So this 1,000 rupees is paid for this 1 year. Can you all understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, ma. So you all know what is a prepaid expense. Have you all heard of prepaid expense?
Yes, ma'am.
Very good, yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Expense paid in advance. Any expense which is paid in advance is your asset. Will you all agree with me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Let me tell you why also. Suppose I am paying my electricity bill in advance. That means it is a prepaid expense. Okay. I am paying for February month also. I am paying the electricity bill in January itself. That means it is a prepaid expense for me. Why? Why? Because next month, the electricity people, they cannot tell me that I will not provide electricity for you. Why? Because already I paid the amount. It is a right for me to get the electricity because I paid in advance. Can you all understand why it is an asset, students?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am. So this is very relevant here. If anyone is having any doubt, please stop and ask me there only. So 110 they are paying. The 12 months is getting over on 39. Okay. So now suppose our year ending is given. So in the question, you please write one more line in the question. Write one more line in the question. The year ends on 31st March every year. The year ends on 31st March every year. Return.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am. Now, listen very carefully. In this period, there are 12 months, right? Okay. But I'm going to divide it. How? So, 1/10/2019 to 31/3/2020 and then 1/4/2020 to 39/2020. You all know why I am dividing. Why am I dividing, ma? I am dividing it because there is a year end in between. Can you all understand?
Yes, ma'am.
1/10/2019 to 39/2020. I have separated for the year end purpose. Anyone who is having a doubt in this? Anyone? No? All of you understanding? Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Huh? So now let us see what it is. So now from 1/10/2019 to 2/31/3/2020, how many months are there? How many months are there, ma? So October fully, November fully, December fully, January, February, March. 6 months are there. Will you all agree with me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Next term, 1/4/2020 to 39/2020. Okay. It is for the next year, but it falls within the 12 months period of the insurance. Okay. So now you tell me for the next 1/4/2020 to 39/2020, how many months are there? April, May, June, July,
6 months.
September. Very good.
6 months.
Awesome. So 6 months are there. Any doubts up to this, students?
No, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bifurcate. Okay. So 1000 multiplied by, let me write like this and show you. 1000 multiplied by 6 divided by 12. How much is that going to be? 500. Alva?
Yes, ma'am.
Why am I doing it, ma? Because 1000 was paid for 12 months. I'm going to find out how much is the amount for 6 months. Can you all understand? Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Ma'am,
ma'am.
repeat once again, ma'am.
Okay. So now, let me write it separately for you. 1000 is paid for 12 months. Okay. As per the question, we are going to find out how much is paid for 6 months. So can we not cross multiply, no direct variation?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So we have to cross multiply. That is 1000 multiplied by 6 divided by 12. We'll get 500 rupees. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Same way for the next 6 months, it will be same 1000 multiplied by 6 divided by 12. Correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, ma. 500. Anyone has any doubt in this? Please let me know. Any doubts, ma? Students, no doubts, no?
No, ma'am.
Okay, ma. Fine. Now, this 500 is for the next year, that is next financial year, that is 2020 financial year. I have paid when I have paid on 1st October 2019 itself. I paid this 500 also. This 500 also I paid on 1st October 2019. Will you all agree with me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, ma. So now, what is it going to be? So this next year, whatever is belonging to next year, in this year itself I paid means, is it not prepaid for this financial year? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Whatever next 6 months, that is next year 6 months, I paid in the previous year itself. So it is going to be a prepaid expense for me in the year 1920. Will you all agree with me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am. So this is prepaid. Prepaid means I told you it is an asset. So it will be a capital expenditure. Okay, long lasting benefit. Okay. Here it is going to be a normal expenditure, which is a revenue expenditure. Why? Because insurance is a, first of all, it is not going, insurance premium is not incidental. It is not necessary. Point number 2 is it is recurring. Every month you have to pay insurance premium. So for the first 6 months, it is going to be revenue. Next 6 months, it is prepaid. So it is a capital expenditure. Can you all understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I know it is a little higher level only, but we are doing a professional course. So I don't want to leave any higher level topic also. So please write down. Those of you who have not understood, please feel free to ask me the doubts. Come on. So 500 will be capital and 500 will be revenue. If you have any doubts, please feel free to ask. Come on. Finished, students? Any doubts, ma? Anyone? Okay, can I take it as no doubts? Okay. So I'm going to go to the next question, okay? Shall I?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Having some message, let me check. Yes, Ishri, tell me, what is it? Any prepaid expense is an asset, ma. It is a capital expenditure because the benefits are for more than 12 months, alva. Why? Because I have paid for the next year 6 months. I have paid in October 1st, 2019 itself. That is why it is a prepaid expense. Prepaid expense is an asset. Asset is a capital expenditure. And for this, only calculations, just like how I showed you, you should show in the exam also. The explanations are not necessary. This sort of calculation, however, we presented now, that is more than sufficient. Okay. So, okay. So the last 5 minutes, if you have any doubts, you can make use of this time to ask me the doubts now. Any doubts you have, please make use of these last 5 minutes to ask me the doubts. Come on. Regarding the course or regarding accountancy or regarding today's class, regarding future classes, anything you have any doubts, you please ask me. So you all know that the curriculum is available online, right? If you type CA Foundation study material, it is there in ICAI website. Okay. So you can download it online. PDF form, it is available. Again, I'm repeating, Google as CA Foundation study material. It is available online, free PDF you can download in ICAI website. From there only, I will be doing all the problems.
Ma'am, after registration, how many days is required to get a SNR number, ma'am?
Sorry, Nishita, can you repeat that, ma'am?
After the registration for May exam, how many days is required for generating or getting SNR? I mean that
SRO
number.
number. SRO
Yes,
number usually will come within 20 days, ma.
okay, ma'am.
Okay. So otherwise, you can get in touch with the ProEdge team. Okay. Dakshayani, you can open the thing, ma. CA Foundation study material itself. You can have all the index with you. Okay, ma. All right, Kavya, yes, you will have study holidays. That is, between every exam, you will have one day in between. So first you will have accountancy. Always first exam is accountancy. You will have one day holiday. Next you will have law, like that. 1 day gap. Next you will have another exam. 1 day gap. Next exam, like that you will have 1 day. Study material, recordings and all, you should contact ProEdge team. Like for example, who is dealing with you? Vidya, Priyanka, who is dealing with you, ma? Or Bharat, who is dealing with you? You don't know, ma? Okay. I will ask one of them to get in touch with you. Okay. I will deal only with classes. So I don't have time for it. Okay, no one has come in yet contact. Okay, no problem. You will be getting someone who is getting in touch with you very soon. A WhatsApp, what to say, they will probably create a group also. So someone will get in touch with you. Kavya, I can talk about only account syllabus. Ma, account syllabus will be completed well within the before the exam. At least 2 months before the exam, accounts topics will be completed. At least 2 months before the exam. But all the subjects will be completed within time. That and all, you don't worry. Accounts is the most lengthiest subject of all the other subjects in foundation. So if you have completed accounts itself, the lengthiest subject is over. Okay, one thing I would like to tell you, From my side, I will also share my contact number with you. You can, clarify your doubts whenever you want through the messages. But I will share the number in some time. But from your side, every day you should attend the class. Don't think that I will get recordings, nothing like that. If you attend the class only, you will know where you're having doubts. And every day that learning is very important. So be systematic. Please come attend the class every day. And if I give any homework, please finish the homework. I will probably give maximum one sum, that's all as homework. Only one problem I will give as homework. So that you should complete and come. So from your side also, please put all the efforts. Okay, students, I will meet you tomorrow morning. Okay, so please revise and come. Okay, thank you, ma'am. Bye, all of you. Any other questions?
Thank you.
Thank
ma'am.
you.
Thanks, ma'am. Bye. It's very nice meeting you all. You all are answering really